Good day, everyone, and welcome to our Oral Communication Week 1, Activity 1 and 2. This module is here to assist you to better understand what oral communication is and the nature and elements of communication. This module was also designed to provide you with fun and meaningful opportunities for guided and independent learning at your own pace and time. Furthermore, this module follows the ADM format with the following parts and lesson activities. So, are you ready? Let's start this lesson with what's in. For your activity 1, you are asked to make comparison and contrast. So you're asked to study the picture and tell what it is about. Alright, so I want you to look at the picture carefully. Look at this photo on the right side of this page. Now, can you tell me what this photo about, or what is this photo about? If you're sure of your answer, please write your answer on your module or on your notebook. All right, now let's go to number 2. Can you spot the difference between then and now? I'm sure you have an idea on how to do this. Now look carefully at the picture. See how they were back then and how they are doing it now? I'm sure. All right, I'm sure you know what I am talking about. All right, now let's go to the next page. If you had fun doing your activity 1, you now have another fun activity to do in activity number 2. This is word puzzle. Now you're asked to find 10 words in the puzzle. If you have your manual with you or your module with you, go ahead, use colored pens or Crayola to highlight each word. And if you don't have it, you can simply write the words down. Alright, let the fun begin! Okay, so I suppose you were able to find the 10 words now? Alright, now how are these words related and what general concept can these words lead to? Again, if you're sure of your answer, please write them on your module or write them on your notebook. Did you enjoy the first 2 activities? I suppose you did. Now this is the real thing. As I've said earlier, we are going to learn the meaning of communication as well as the nature and elements of communication. So let's start with what is it? Now, you can read here what communication is. It says communication is vital to human existence. Communication is deeply embedded with the human day-to-day life. It is a fundamental ingredient of connecting with others using verbal or non-verbal communication. Now, how important is communication to human beings? It is very important. I suppose you will surely say yes to this definition. It is true. You cannot go out or start your day without communicating to people. Okay? Whether you do it through words or through gestures, still you are communicating. I think no one among us here would start and end the day without talking. Right? We always communicate. Now, for the nature and elements of communication, this comes in different levels. Now, the first one, it says here, is communication is a process, right? It doesn't come out automatically. It all starts in the mind. You process things first before you send them out. So it is a process of expressing and exchanging information, thoughts, ideas, and feelings. There is a series of steps by a step-by-step procedure, okay, before the actual communication takes place. Now, communication is systematic and symbolic, according to Wood 2004. Communication is a systematic process in which individuals interact with and through symbols to create and interpret meaning. Right. So you might be surprised that sometimes there are certain language, all right, or certain words or certain signs that people can simply and quickly understand, while others can't, right? So there is a certain process on that, all right? And there is a certain explanation on that, a theories to explain that. So let us go further with the next. Communication involves meaning. So communication is a process of sharing and conveying messages or information from one person to another within and across channels, context, media, and cultures. This is according to McCornack 2014. All right, so to better understand more about communication, let's go and check some other definitions. So here are other definitions of communication. These were taken from Merriam-Webster Dictionary, businessdictionary.com, right? So for Webster Dictionary, it says here that communication is an act or process of using words, sounds, signs, or behaviors to express or exchange information or to express your ideas, thoughts, feelings, etc. to someone else. So in other words, it's still using words, right? It's still used to express or to exchange information. Now for the businessdictionary.com, on the other hand, definition for communication says that it's a two-way process of reaching mutual understanding in which participants not only exchange information, news, ideas, and feelings, but also create and share meaning. Right, so again, it's a two-way process, right? There is always a sender or a speaker and a listener or a receiver, and then there is what you call the feedback, wherein the communication is smoothly, right, exchanged from one person to another. Now, it also says here that communication can take place in many types, right? Communication takes place in many types. Sometimes we communicate by chatting, right? Chatting about our ideas, thoughts, or emotions. At other times, we desire to communicate through the written word or even through non-verbal form. Now, we sometimes use the social media to share our ups and downs, post the latest happenings in our lives, or to like and comment the status of others, right? So whether we chat like face-to-face, or you do it by sending messages on your messenger or in other social media platforms, you are still communicating. Whether you do it written, right? You send through mails, or that could be a letter or emails. Okay, still that is communication in a written form, or you can do it in a spoken form, right? And even in a body language. But whatever form we choose, getting the message across is what communication is all about. All right, so there you have it, guys. So I hope that you were able to get hold of the different meanings of communication and, well, perhaps come up with your very own interpretation of communication and even your very own meaning to it, right? So thank you for having me as your teacher today, and I hope that you had fun with this activity. I mean, with the activities we had in this lesson. So have a good day.